Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another unexpected stream. I figured it'd be kind of a good idea to start off the morning with a little bit of nostalgia. Thinking back to Saturday mornings as a youngster, filled with cartoons and relaxation, not a care in the world. So, what a better time to do a little bit of Neopets? I know that people have liked this on the stream before, so we're just going to go through it quick. We're not speed running it today. I know my fastest, we do have it timed officially. That is in the record books. Maybe not the Guinness Book of World Record books, but my personal record book that's in. And who knows, we'll try to beat that in the future, maybe. But for now, just kind of want to kick back and relax and see what sort of trouble we can get into on Neo this morning. I want to see what they've been updating. I've been hearing little murmurings of them actually making site improvements because I know that with Flash being gone, they really had to overhaul the whole thing. And right now, it's this weird juxtaposition of the old site and this new, weird, difficult to navigate, not very user friendly site. But at least they still have some connections to the older site for some of the features that were definitely more enjoyable. But let's get started. So first off, just have my stock market portfolio pulled up because who doesn't like to check their stocks first thing in the morning when they wake up on a Saturday? Nothing looks like it's within selling range for now. We want it to at least be about 45 for the current price because we bought, remember, we tried to buy at 15. 1,000 shares at 15 means we spend 15,000 on it. And then we wait for it to go up in price by that. That's the best return because the lowest that you can buy a Neopets stock is 15 unless you have a certain boon from the obelisk, which is a different kind of daily / site event thing, the battle for the obelisk. You have to choose a faction and then you have to battle a bunch in the battle dome in order to contribute wins for your faction. If your faction wins, you are eligible to get certain boons. The boons change each time, but then each faction is only eligible for certain boons too. So you gotta look into it a little bit in order to figure out what you want to do with it. Maybe I'll do that one of these days because it's been a while since I've actually done any sort of battling events other than my dailies. Regardless, though, can only buy at 15, so that means the best return is if you buy at 15 and wait for it to get at least to 45, preferably 60. I mean, honestly, higher than 60, everything like that is great, but at least 45 because that'll triple your return. So you get 30,000 per share, or 30 Neo points per share more than what you spent. So. And nothing is really at buying range right here. So what I like to do is I'll go over to the NeoDeck index, and I'm going to go over to bargain. This is just neostocks.info/bargain, and it'll tell you what the lowest prices are for stocks in the market at the moment. So currently, it looks like we've got a couple at 15. I also like to check to see what their most recent spikes were and how often they spike. Because if they don't spike once every 4 years, I mean, it's not the end of the world. But at the same time, there might be something that spikes once every 6 months. And then there's a faster return on your investment. So let's just go through and check really quick. Let's go to all. So Fairy got really big back in January of 2016. But since then, it looks like the highest spike, looks like it got into the 60s a couple times. At least once a year, it gets up into the 60s. So that's fine. I feel like that's probably a good front runner for us. FAER. Let's check the National Bank while we're at it. This does. Oh, you see, it did spike really high back in 2016. Apparently, 2016 was just a banger year for stocks and Neopets. But it more commonly only spikes to like the 40s or the 30s, so that's not quite as promising. You're not going to get as much of a return unless you wait a really long time. And then PDSS, PD Secure Storage, looks like last year it spiked. The high was 63. Other than that, it spiked to, what was this? Around the 50s somewhere. So I think Fairy Clothing Limited is our best bet this morning. So we're going to go to find stocks, and then we just put in the ticker code for that, and then we can see, yep, its current price is 15. Make sure that you pick. Some of these have like different denominations underneath. Make sure you pick exactly the ticker one that you were looking at NeoDAC, otherwise it'll be a different stock. So buy 1,000 shares, so we spent 15,000 Neopoints. The nice thing is currently with my bank interests, I get 30 or 32,000 a day, so that easily covers, you know, the amount that I spend on the stocks there. So got bank interest out of the way. Let's go back to Jelly Neo, where we're going to. Oh, I love the little theme change here for Valentine's weekend. Oh, speaking of which, if you're looking for, there's an avatar available this weekend. It's been a long time. You have to restock a love letter, I think from the post office. You know what? I bet there's news about it over here real quick. A new goodie bag. Site theme makes a debut. The Wheel of Monotony has been deflashed. I like Jelly Neo's updates because they actually address more of the site changes, where the Neopets news, you know, has been a little bit lackluster as of late. They're pretty repetitive. Sweetheart Graham stuff. Holiday site theme to match the new thing. I'm not seeing it specifically mentioned. They might come out with it on Sunday, on actual Valentine's Day, to say like, hey, by the way, if you restock this, it's because what you have to do is you have to buy it, and then you have to send it to a friend, and then it'll give you the avatar. It's like a love letter thing. But then they also sell really high, because if you get a bunch of them, people are trying to just buy them up and send them, because Valentine's Day is the only day you can get that avatar. So, but let's go back to the dailies. Let's stay on track here a little bit this morning. I know we're really good at getting off on tangents here when we're floating around in the aether, but we're going to stay on track as best we can. So let's just go back to the dailies. Go to Anchor Management. We got a Pirate Aisha plushie. We did bank interest. Coltsan's Shrine. What you got for us this morning, Coltsan? Moose says, I could do with some help, Coltsan. Oh, he's not hungry. That's good. I thought I needed to put them back in the Neo Lodge. That's why the title of the stream is, you know, got some hungry Neopets to feed, but I guess I was incorrect. I sit corrected. I hope this helps. All of your Neopets are healed to full health. Well, thank you very much, Coltsan. That is very helpful. And I'm done with NeoDAC for now. I have my Food Club bet stuff pulled up here, so we can get to that in a minute. The Dark Cave, Leave It Alone, Deadly Dice, Deserted Tomb, Forgotten Shore. Let's go with the Forgotten Shore, see if there's anything. A desert shore stretches along in front of you. Ooh, there we go. Something for today. Give it a clicky click, and we get 2,000 Neo points. Not too shabby. Fruit Machine, something I haven't won on in as long as I can remember. I think I won a paintbrush on it once, maybe 6 to 8 years ago. But you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right? There's a Puntek fruit. Not very valuable, but go to Grave Danger and see what Tumbles. Tumbles brought you a hand-painted scimitar. Adventure again. For some of you who don't know or haven't, played Neopets in a long time, there's a lot of new dailies back from the olden days, and it's really easy to accrue Neopets wealth from them, from simply just going through this whole list that Jelly Neo has. I'm skipping some of them just because, for time's sake, I don't have a ton of time this morning to do the stream. Just want to keep it to maybe 30 to 45 minutes. Just something quick and easy, but nice and fun. And because we've got other plans to do today. I might stream this afternoon some more Outer Worlds, who knows? But for now, we're just doing this. And then last time that we made King Scarl laugh, we're going upon the random boat. And you know how much we love chaos here on this channel. So we're going to embrace the chaos and just randomly pick some of this stuff and see if we can put together a hilarious joke to make the king chuckle, and maybe we'll get an avatar out of it. So I don't think I have his avatar yet. Trying to keep this as random as possible, not looking anywhere about where I'm clicking. Okay. And tell the king a joke. Let's see what the joke was. So first of all, it doesn't look like he was impressed, but here's why. Where makes you stop and vain Kikos, unlike their own way of Chuffer Bob the Mirka? By offering the secret of the art of mincy bed bushes. Yeah, I can see why he didn't think that was that entertaining. Oh well, try again tomorrow. That's what you get when you go true random. However, I've heard that the algorithm isn't looking for a specific joke. Like, it's actually randomized based upon the actual drop-down menu. So you can theoretically get the highest score possible just by having random clicks, you know? It's like you have enough monkeys in a room with typewriters, eventually they'll type the works of Shakespeare. Healing Springs, yes please. Although we did just get full healed by Colts, and maybe we'll get an extra thing. They regain their hit points, and they're not hungry anymore. Ooh, okay. Magma Pool we'll leave alone. Corey, blah, blah, blah. Ooh, the meteor. Let's go to the meteor. Let's poke the meteor with a stick. Do you want to find out? Should you risk the danger? Yeah, I came all this way. I'm not going to not poke the meteor with the stick. And we're going to, what are we going to do? Poke the meteor with a stick. What happens? Meteors are funny like that. They just don't feel like company sometimes. Try again later. I found a magical stick so powerful it made a meteor disappear. Let that sink in for a moment. I mean, I know this is Neopets and you can make anything that you want, essentially. And there's plenty of magic and whatnot around. But hey, we still wield that power. I think I did my monthly free. I guess I did not do my monthly free base for February. Good thing I checked in. Mysterious Neg Cave, nope. Cassandra Spellbox, nope. That was Flash. Second in shop, nope, nope, nope. Can't do Soup Kitchen because we have too much money. Symbol Hold, don't want to lose a pet. Tarla's non-toolbar treasures. She got a thing for sale. Tarla's busy with her other chores today. Check back tomorrow and see if she's back. I don't know. Do any of you guys remember who are watching this when there was Tarla's toolbar? I don't even think that's available for download anymore, but it was like this little extension that you can get for like Internet Explorer or something. Maybe I think it was Firefox actually. And when it would blink, you had to, like, within 15 seconds to notice it was blinking and click it, and it would send you to a page where you get freebies. And some of the freebies were super, super, super rare and super, super, super expensive, but then it automatically crashed the prices of those things overnight because obviously the Neopets team didn't really think about how that sort of stuff would influence the overall economy at Neopets. The discarded magical blue Grundo plushie of prosperity. Let's go and talk to it, see what it's got today. It was very kind of you to visit this worn little plushie. Oh, what's this? There's a new plushie on the ground nearby. You sure can give the discarded camouflage yerbil plushie a new home. Usually they show a picture of it, but I guess not. Camouflage yerbil plushie. Tombola. Can't forget Tombola. Play Tombola. Oh, we won. We won a code stone. We pulled out the winning ticket. 100. Love it. Ye Old Fishing Vortex. Reel in the line, and we get a waterlogged book. All right. Maybe it's still legible. Maybe it's got some secrets of the universe inside of it. Who knows? I'm betting it's just, somebody's diary that was thrown overboard off of, the Revenge, Captain Scarblade's ship. But that'll be a secret between the two of us. Fairy Caverns. All right, so this is something where we might employ a little bit of randomization. So this, left or right, let me pull out the random number generator here and see if the random number generator gods are with us this morning. If the gods of chaos favor us this morning. Left is always going to be 1, and right's always going to be 2. And I'm just going to literally throw it in and go by that. So generate the first number. It is 2, so we're going right. Next, we're going left. And next, we're going left again. Oh! And we found some treasure. I am not kidding. I literally had a random number generator pulled up on my phone, and I was just randomly generating that this entire time. But hey, the gods of chaos favor us today. So all of you floating out there in the aether can rejoice because chaos is on our side. We found 1,293 Neopoints. I'll take it. It costs us 400 to enter, so it's a profit of 893 Neopoints. Let's go to the food club. Nom nom nom. I believe we had some winnings the last time I did this, so let's collect those first. Yep, we got 212,448 Neopoints. Not too shabby. Not the most. I mean, that's only about 90,000 more than we spent on our bets, but it's still profit. I'll take profit. That's one of the reasons why I like following J.K. Rowling's Rolling Down's bets. Not J.K. Rowling, the author. There's a individual on Discord on the Neopets channel, on the food club channel of the Neopets Discord, that I like to follow his bets. Okay. Shipwreck Lagoon Treasure. Let's do that. We'll put our bet amount. It's going to be 13,280 per bet. Buck Goobla Federismo. Buck Goob Fed. And then go back. Buck Goob. So Lucky is the one that switches. Buck Goob Bonnie. Also, if you're joining the stream for the first time today, I implore you, please leave a follow. Absolutely free for you, but helps me out a ton. Trying to get to 50 followers, and you get a little notification on the screen when you do, because you're super cool. Buck Goob Francisco. Plus, if you follow me, you'll learn when I'm doing future streams, because currently my only scheduled streams are Tuesdays from 7 to 9, in which case I'm rafting with Ben. But all these other unplanned ones with some slightly random games, you gotta pay attention for. So you can also follow me on Twitter. If you follow me on Twitter, I try to post, at least in some sort of advance notice, when I'm going to be doing these unexpected streams. But otherwise, you just have to wait for the notification to come up on Twitch, or hopefully you randomly come across it if you're not a follower. So that's why you're cool if you're a follower. Only the coolest are followers. They're like Miles Davis cool, if anybody likes jazz. Or Billy Madison. You might also know that reference. Something I've been thinking about doing too is getting into Magic the Gathering online. Because I really, really love Magic the Gathering. I love it in physical form. And I haven't been able to play it in a very long time because of quarantine. But I know that people have kind of made a bit of a paradigm shift over to doing a lot of online stuff. I just got to figure out which format is best. I used to play on a free site called, or application called Cockatrice, or Cockatrice, however you want to pronounce it. But it allowed you to pick whatever cards you wanted free of charge and just build your own decks and then play against other people who were on there. So you could kind of play test decks. Now, they didn't really have sanctioned tournaments as much as some of these other things do, so there wasn't really payouts. But I'm also not necessarily in it for like payouts. I really like the opportunity to win like promotional cards when I was doing like Friday Night Magic and everything. And I did win a Friday Night Magic a couple of times, and I did a 1K one time that I placed 36th at, I believe, but I needed to be 32nd to get a monetary payout. So I was real close. And I did real well, and I still had that deck. But with standard rotation, it's hard to keep up. And I'd have to do some research because I know they changed the block format to something else, so I don't even know what is standard legal and what's not. So it would take some research, but it could be fun. We could do like a deck building stream or something, a deck tech stream building. Gotta make sure I have all these here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I only have 9. So which one did I miss? Because there are 10 bets here. Did I get the one with Peg Leg? So shoot, Buck, Goob, Bonnie. Buck, Goob. I'm betting the one I missed is with Peg Leg. Yep, I think that's the one I missed. Okay. Glad I checked. That's why you always go and count your bets. The maximum bets you can place for the food club for a day is 10. That's why there are 10 right here. So if you count and you don't have 10, that means you skipped one at some point. And it's important that you don't, because the way that this fine individual does their bets is in order to cover. Wait, which one am I looking for? Oh, it's in treasure. Is in order to cover the odds, they do certain bets in certain orders, which I can get into the math of, but just for anybody who's going to be casual about it, it's really important that you make sure you don't miss something. Otherwise, you could actually miss out on your wins for the day. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you don't have to worry because it won't let you double bet. It won't let you place the same bet twice. And then we just go and check that after about, I think at like 6:40 Eastern is when the results are in. Now it's rather interesting. There's a weird thing where it temporarily closes. So at 4:45 Eastern, the food club closes for 30 minutes until 5:15 Eastern, and it'll say like, this round is in session. You can't place any bets. You're like, oh my gosh, I missed it. I'm screwed up my bets for the day. Actually, you still have from 5:15 Eastern to 6:40 or like 6:39 Eastern in order to get those bets in without missing them. Hello, Puppy Plasm. We have an unexpected Puppy Plasm visit. If you look carefully in the corner, you can see her wandering out the door. There you go. That was a little puppy cam thing. Free of charge. Normal puppy cam cost is $20 per donation. I'm just kidding. If you guys just ask, I'll grab her. Right now, she's just finding something to be naughty with. As usual. But she may go to the dog park later, and she will enjoy that quite a bit. We're debating possibly going to a Bernese Mountain Dog, which is what she is, meetup at a local dog park where they just, all of the burners from the local area that know about it show up. And they love playing with other burners. They kind of will like single them out and find them and just have a grand old time. They recognize each other. It's adorable. Alrighty. Working through the Battle Dome here. What sort of items can we get? A weak bottled air fairy. Those sell for like 2,000 Neopoints or 1,500. It's not terrible. I mean, it's basically free because I don't have to pay anything to do the Battle Dome now that I have my Battle Dome set. So it's all profit at the end of the day. Part of the reason why I have as much as I do in Neopets is because of the fact that I literally just don't spend it on anything. I'm just accruing wealth because the things that I want to eventually spend it on are egregiously expensive. Like, I want to eventually work on the stamp avatars. However, like, some of the individual stamps that you have to collect for it are like 40 million a pop. So I want to get to a point where I have like a really serious, like maybe once I get to 500 million or something, like something crazy high in Neopoints, then I'll start doing that, because the interest rate I'll be having on the bank or from the bank will be very, very significant and will help me offset some of the cost of those things. But we'll see. But if you follow the channel, if you leave a follow, you'll be able to stay along for that journey and find out for yourself. You just keep smacking this poor fish in the face repeatedly with a wand of the Dark Fairy, and then healing myself, kind of laughing in his face. Ha 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 ha. You thought you could beat me, and all you give me is a weak bottled air fairy for it. I see how it is, Koi Warrior. And again, you don't have to do the Koi Warrior. He is the weaker of the opponents in the Morocco Dome that has the better payouts. The reason why I choose him is because he and the giant spectral mutant Wailorian, I think is the other one, most frequently give out code stones, which are really quick to sell because people use them for training up their battle pets. You need them for the training school. So they sell really fast, really easy, and they've got a decent price tag on them. If you do have Neopets Premium, then you can fight the Space Fairy if you've got a strong enough battle set. And if you beat her repeatedly, she actually gives out Nerkmids, which are a higher value than Code Stones. But again, you have to you have to pony up the cash to actually pay for Neopets Premium every month. So that's just not something, especially given the fact that the site's going through such an overhaul right now, and pretty much my involvement is my dailies, and then if they do come up with a site event or a plot, then I participate. But I'm not as hardcore into it as I once was, where I was designing my own pet pages and learning how to do a little bit of coding and stuff to put things together, and putting together backstories for my Neopets and everything. Just don't have that time anymore. There's so many other things that I want to do in the day. I still enjoy it, and it's still incredibly nostalgic for me to go back and play these games. But at the same time, it's just, there are other things I want to get to. We'll do a quick stock, which I'm so glad that they brought back, because this makes it so much easier. Because everything's going to be deposited in my safety deposit box, except for like the things I'm just going to immediately sell. So Codestone, 2 doubloon coin, that'll be a quick sell. Codestone, 1 doubloon coin. Codestone. So not a ton of Codestone this morning, but yesterday I got a fair amount of Codestones. I didn't stream that daily set just because I didn't think to, honestly. I was like, oh, it's probably just gonna be a short stream. But then I was like, oh wait, people like watching Neopets sometimes. People like the nostalgia, so why not? Doesn't hurt. I'm doing it anyways. I just get to talk to myself while I'm doing it. All part of the fun. What I do wish is that they'd bring the shop wizard to be a little bit more normal, because first of all, they literally could have, I've said this before, but they literally could have just like copy pasted the art image for the shop wizard from the previous one, and it would have looked miles better than whatever the heck this is. Not to discredit the person's art, whoever made this, I'm sure it wasn't easy, but at the same time, it looks like they kind of half-assed it, because they have the art already available, and they just decided that we're gonna make this instead. But I don't know. I'm not the one who gets to make the decisions about what TNT does with their site. Takai Codestone. And here's the thing I wish they changed. I wish I didn't have to go down here to hit new search or resubmit, because usually you just be able to hit refresh or F5 or whatever, and it would just be able to check your prices and to see, because it doesn't show you every single shop in Neopia the first time you hit it. It's only a select number of shops, not shots. Wow. And then you used to be able to hit the back button to go back, but now you have to hit new search. So it's just a mild inconvenience. For years I was doing it one way, and they just changed it up. It's kind of like when they switched the appraisal button position in Neopets, and the entire community, or not Neopets, in Pokemon Go, and the entire community lost their minds and protested online until they eventually changed it back, because people just got so used to going quickly through their Pokemon in Pokemon Go and like going to click it with their thumb. And when they moved it to be a completely different thing, it just ticked a lot of people off. It's one of those things that's like, did you think about this decision before you did it? Probably not. But that's the sort of software programming you get left with sometimes. 1 doubloon coin. For 1,000. I see I wanted to hit that back button again, but I can't do that. I gotta retrain myself, apparently. 2 doubloon coin for 2,000. A 10 doubloon coin. Yar. Do what you want, cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate. Yar har fiddly dee. Do what you want, cause a pirate is free. Do 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 do. You are a pirate. No red Codestones to price. And I know that I don't have everything priced in here. One of these days I'll probably go back and do that. Some of them need to actually be updated. But for now, it is what it is. Go to the shop till. Got 100 grand in there at the moment. I'm going to empty that at the end of the month. Not quite as profitable as last month, but I also didn't find as many large items to sell, because I was going through my safety deposit box, and there's a different website you can go through that's a quick search through your safety deposit box to show you the value of your items, which maybe I'll go through at a different time. But it makes it really easy to single out and say, oh my gosh, I had no idea that I had this item in here, this X item or whatever, that was worth 600,000 Neo points, because I just tucked it away, got it from random event, didn't even bother to look it up, and then all of a sudden it's a buried treasure in our safety deposit box for later. It's just like a present to future me when that happens. That's why it's nice not to pay 100% attention at times to the sort of stuff that pops up in your inventory. Well, other than that, let's see if they've made any improvements to the games room. Because the last time I was here, these were the only ones available. What did they say? They said there was a game that was deflashed. Somewhere down here, wasn't it? Maybe I'm... Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe it's Maybelline. I thought I saw something where it said such and such was deflashed. Ticking clock. Oh, Wheel of Monotony has been deflashed. Okay. Yeah, not really interested in that. It takes a long time. It's very monotonous, if you hadn't guessed. But what we can do, since we do love a little bit of chaos on this channel, is we'll go to the coincidence, which gives you a random event, aka chaotic random, when you provide the certain materials it needs. So he needs 3 galleon coloring books, a peach snowball, and 2 Tuscanini treasures. So let's go to our safety deposit box here. I don't remember how to get to my inventory from this new format. See, it's not very user-friendly. Community Explorer, search notifications. My shop. Okay, I know how to get there from my shop at least. You aren't carrying anything. I know that. But I want to go to my safety deposit box. Here we go. There we go. Safety deposit box. And let's see if we have any of these. I believe we do have some of these, which would save us some money because usually you just have to go and purchase them. It's kind of like a mini quest item thing, and then you just get a random event for completing it, as opposed to random side events which just happen randomly. Oh, I only have 1 galleon coloring book, but hey, that's one less that I have to buy. So let's go to the shop wizard and buy a galleon coloring book. Hopefully it's not egregiously expensive. That's not too bad. There's one there. Buy that. Guessing it's gonna make me just do a new search for it because it's dumb and I don't like how you can't just refresh it, but it's okay. I'll cry about it later. Galleon coloring book right here. Okay, so now we got 3 galleon coloring books. We need 3 peach snowballs. Do you think they're just peach colored, or do you think they taste like peach? They're not listed as food items, so your guess is as good as mine, but it's worth trying to figure it out. I'm not gonna lick my screen though. Can't make me do it. If I got a donation of $100, I will lick my screen. But if I don't, then I'm not licking my screen. And then we need Tuscanini treasure times 2. We got lots of those. The nice thing is on occasion, with the coincidence, for the little quest lines that you have to do, they choose items that you commonly get from doing your dailies. So it's a daily that's supported by items from other dailies. And then I have to refresh the page to get them to say, oh, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So thanks a lot. As a reward, I'll let you go at the random event, or let you have a go at the random events machine. Anything could happen. No, seriously, I have no idea what will happen. Let's find out. Go ahead and press the big button over there marked Do Not Press. Well, are you ready? I mean, let's be honest here. You give me a button that says Do Not Press, and I am just smitten. I cannot resist pushing buttons. You can ask the DM that we have our Dungeons and Dragons sessions with. In fact, he had to put a character into the game specifically called Mr. Buttons, that was covered in buttons that I could push. Now, how many of them actually had an effect, I don't know, but I enjoyed pushing buttons. I still do, and I always will. So yes, I will totally push the button that says, do not press. Something has happened. A portal opens, and through the multicolored swirls, you can see a plain wooden box. Before you can grab it, the portal closes. There you go. That's what you get. It's random. Can't say anything more than that. It worked. You don't look exploded at all. Now that you're... Not that you were supposed to, but you never know when you're dealing with chaos theory. Say, why don't you come back tomorrow? I'm sure I'll have more work for you then. Alright, sounds good, Mr. What's his name? I don't remember. Oh, Dr. Landelbrot, a brilliant scientist. Okay. So I think that's all for now. Unless there's anybody on the channel right now, anybody, viewers that want to see me do anything specific with Neo, that kind of wraps up my dailies for the morning. We'll check back later. I probably won't stream it, but we'll check back later on the food club bets this evening to see if we were successful with our bets. I mean, I guess they're not our bets, but we're following someone who's very consistent with their knowledge and understanding of the betting process. So I'm fairly confident in it. Other than that, I hope you all enjoyed this lovely nostalgia stream bright and early on this Saturday morning. You're all probably just waking up right now, so you'll be able to check out this video later. I'm also going to upload this video to YouTube. I'm going to upload all my videos to YouTube, moving forward, just so that they're archived and saved a little bit better. I hope to do potentially a little bit of the Outer Worlds streaming this afternoon. I don't know when. I'll try to give you a heads up, but that's why you got to follow me on Twitter. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll be able to you'll be able to get that advance notice of when my stream's going to be coming up. Then also, if you look in the description below this video, if you scroll down either here or the About Me page, you'll find some links to some stuff. Well, there's a link to the Twitter page, so you can easily follow me. There's also a link to the YouTube page that I was previously talking about. Then there's a link to the donation page, where if you had a really good time and you thought I did an amazing job, you're welcome to leave a donation, but you're not obligated to. I'd actually really, really rather you leave follows right now. Like, if you want to donate money, that's great. But at the same time, follows would really help me, because I really want to do that Twitch affiliate thing. It sounds like it'll be fun. It sounds like it'll be interesting. Definitely the next step on this journey that we have through life here, this chaotic journey. And then I also try to figure out how to get that follower goal updated correctly, because it's a little frustrating to me that it doesn't update with the things that happen when you're offline, because some people come and find the channel when I'm not live streaming, and then they leave a follow because they want to see when I am, and it doesn't update. They don't get the same amount of credit. Anyways, thank you so much for stopping by this morning. Thank you for embracing the chaos. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. If you don't come back and see me, which I think you're crazy if you don't, but hey, crazy can be fun sometimes. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you all next time.